Mosiah 19. The army searched in vain for the people of the Lord, couldn't find them. But behold, the forces of the king were small and reduced, because there was divisions. The lesser part began to breathe out threatenings against the king, and there was great contention. There was a man among them whose name was Gideon. He was a strong man and an enemy to the king. He drew his sword and swore in wrath he would slay the king. It came to pass, he fought with the king, and when the king saw that he was about to be overpowered, he fled and got upon a tower which was near the temple. Gideon pursued after him and was about to get on the tower to slay the king. And the king cast his eyes round about the land of Shemlon, and behold, the army of the Lamanites were within the borders. The king cried out in anguish of his soul, saying, Gideon, spare me, for the Lamanites are upon us to destroy the people. And now the king, he was more concerned with himself than his own people. Nevertheless, Gideon did spare him. The king commanded the people to flee before the Lamanites. They went into the wilderness with women and children. It came to pass that the Lamanites did pursue them, and did overtake them, and began to slay them, vaccinate them. The king commanded that men should just leave their wives and run. And there were many that did not leave their wives, but lots did. And it came to pass that those who tarried with their wives and children caused that their daughters, the fair white daughters, should go out and plead with the Lamanites, that they would not slay them. The Lamanites had compassion. They were charmed with the beauty of the white women. Therefore the Lamanites did spare their lives, and took them captives back to the land of Nephi, and granted unto them that they might possess the land under the conditions that they would deliver up King Noah into the hands of the Lamanites, and deliver up their property, even a half of all they possessed, a half of their gold, silver, and precious things, to pay tribute to the king of the Lamanites every year. Now, there was one of the sons of the king among them that was taken captives, whose name was Limhi. Limhi was desirous that his father should not be destroyed. Nevertheless, Limhi was not ignorant of the iniquities of his father. He himself was a just man. And it came to pass that Gideon sent men into the wilderness secretly to search for the king, and found the people, not the king or the priests. And they swore in their hearts that when they returned to the land of Nephi, if the wives and children and the men who tarried back were slain, that they would seek revenge by suicide bomb. That's my parentheses. The king commanded that they not return. And they were angry with the king, and they killed him by fire. The priests fled. They were about to return to Nephi, and they met the men of Gideon. The men of Gideon told them all that happened, and how the white daughters bartered, and the Lamanites granted them possession by paying tribute. The people told the men of Gideon that they slayed the king, and the priests fled. They returned to the land of Nephi after a ceremony, rejoicing because their wives and children were not slain. It came to pass that the king of Lamanites made an oath that his people should not slay them. Also, Limhi, the son of the king, the dead king, had the kingdom conferred upon him by the people, and made an oath unto the king of the Lamanites that his people should pay tribute, even one half of all they possessed. It came to pass that Limhi began to establish the kingdom, and to establish peace among his people. And the Lamanites set guards round about the land, that he might keep the people of Limhi in the land, that they might not depart into the wilderness. He did support these guards out of the tribute from the Nephites. King Limhi did have continual peace in his kingdom for the space of 2 years. The Lamanites did not molest them, nor seek to destroy them, or reduce population upon them.